Hi everyone, welcome back again. So, welcome to a new series with Django and React. Understand? So on the screen here, we have a simple content management system built with Django on the back end and React on the front end. And we also use Tailwind to style this application. Understand? So this is going to be a series of videos where I'm going to show you how to build a full stack where you will learn how to build a full stack application like this with Django and React.js instead. So I would love to give you a brief overview on how this application works. Understand? So right now we have the lights mode and we have the lights mode and the dark mode implemented. We also have our pagination implemented here. Understand? So you can come on board, you can create an account, you can get logged in, and you can start writing your own articles. You understand? So right now I'm going to start afresh again. I'm going to log out. So right now I'm going to start afresh. So first thing first, we have a list of articles on the home page. So you can decide to read on them. You can open any of them. Understand? So you can see what we have here. Understand? So right. Because what we have here, you can check out the author's profile if you want to. So here's the author's profile. Here are the other articles the author has written. Understand? So right now it's time for you to create your own article. So what's the first thing to do? So click on this right now, click on this create post, click on it. So before you can create an article, you must be logged in, right? You must be logged in, and before you are logged in, you must have created an account, right? So right now, I already have a user I can use. So right now, I'm going to log in as, let's say, Jane. So we have a user called Jane. So right now, I'm going to log in as Jane right away. So click on the sign in button. So Jane is being logged in. So you can see we are waiting for her to get logged in. And once Jane is logged in, she can go ahead to create an article. So right now we're on this page. I'm going to say let's build a content management system. Content management system with Django and React. So this is a full stack application. So I'm going to just paste in some text here as the body. So I'll paste in some text here as the body. So the aim is to save. So I'm trying to save time. So I just pasted in some text to represent the body of this article. So scroll down. Let's give up. So this is a full stack. This is a full stack blog. This is a full stack content, right? So right, so the category is full stack. I think that's fine. That should be fine. So right now we have to give our article an image, a thumbnail, right? So I'm going to pick a particular picture that should suit what we have there. Okay. Let's just choose something that says good. So go for okay, let's go for this. So right now I can create my post, click on the create button. So right now here is Jane. So right now Jane just made a new post for herself. Right now you can see Jane currently has 2 posts. So right now this is the newly created post Jane just made, right? This is the newly created post, right? So right now we can read about it, can click on it, right? So here is Jane's article. Right, Jane can decide to make a change to our article. Right now, click on the pen icon on the right. So I can just say I can call this a front end application. Right, I could just come over here and say build a content management system with, I just say with TypeScript instead of Django. I'm just trying to show you the features of this application. So I'm saying build a content management system with TypeScript and React. So scroll down, update the posts, and let's see. Right now the post has been updated. You can see right now, I'm going to open it again. You can see it says build a content management system with TypeScript and React. So you can delete the post. You are the author. You can update it. You can delete it. But right now we are not deleting it, right? So Jane can go over to her profile. She can decide to update her bio. So I can come over here, click on the pen icon. I can call myself JNet, right? Let's say JNet. I can change my role to, let's say, full stack developer, full stack, no longer front end. I can decide to change my picture. Let's update the profile. Because see now, Jane is now a front end developer. She can update her profile picture. Let's choose something else. So I'm trying to show you the features of this web app we are going to be building very soon, right? So I'm going to give Jane a different profile picture. So let's update the profile. You can see now Jane's picture has changed. So let's take it back to the girl picture. I think that's better. That's better, right? So click on update profile. So it's back again. So right now we've got this. So we have several authors on the page. So we have Daniela, we have Jane, we have Cleansing, we have John. So we have, you can see we have our pagination, several pages here. So in this series, I promise you're going to learn a lot about Django, about React.js. We are going to use modern React.js tools like React Query, React Hook Forms, a lot of stuff you'll be learning here. And once we are done building, we are also going to deploy this web app on the cloud. Instead, we're also going to deploy this on the cloud. So without further ado, without much explanation, it's time for us to start building. So let's get started right now. So right now it's time for us to start building, and just take note, for every episode you're going to find the source code in the video's description. For every episode, the source code will be in the video's description. Understand? And one more thing, as for the backend, I already built the backend. Understand? So if you go down to my channel, over here you can see I already covered the backend on my channel. So you can see you have about 6 episodes on the backend. So if you are interested if you want to know how I built the backend with Django, just go watch this Django REST framework episode. Understand? So just check them out. That's where I cover the backend. So this part now, we are going to cover the front end, and I'm going to show you how we are going to build the front end, and also how to integrate the front end and the back end together to form a full stack application. Understand? So I think it's time for us back to our project. So back here, go down to your computer. So let's look for our command prompt. So I'm going to say CMD. So it's called CMD. So if you're on Mac, it is called terminal. So right now I have my command prompt up here. Click on it. So we want to create our React project, right? So CMD, we are waiting for you. Come up now. So our CMD is up. So right now I'm going to simply go into the folder where I create my React project. So as for you, you can create your React project in whichever folder you want to in instance. So right now I'm going to go into my documents directory. I'm going to say documents. So right now inside of documents, I have a folder called React projects, React_projects. So yeah, I'm in this folder now. So first thing first, I'm going to use npm to create I'm going to use vite to create my React project. So as for you out there, before you run this command I am about to run, make sure you have Node.js installed on your computer. Understand? Go down to your browser, look up Node.js, and make sure you have it installed on your computer. So I'm going to say npm create vite. So we're going to use vite to create our React project. So hit enter. So this will take some time, a little time, but let's wait for it. So right now we're going to give our project a name. I'm going to just say YT. YT stands for YouTube. I'll say YT_devfolio. I called our app devfolio underscore app. Yeah, underscore app. Yeah, that's our project name. So hit enter. So we are going to pick React. Use the arrow keys on your keyboard to navigate, and then select React. So hit enter. So right now we're going to use JavaScript and not. So use the arrow keys on your keyboard and then navigate to where you have JavaScript and hit enter. So once you're there, you can see we are asked to run the 3 commands you see there. The first one is saying cd. So right now we're going to go into our React project by saying cd underscore devfolio underscore app, then hit enter. So once you're there now, so it's time for us to install our project dependencies by saying npm install, hit enter. So this might take some time, but you just have to wait for it to complete the installation. So let's wait. Okay, so right now we are done installing the dependencies for our React application. So we're going to simply open our React app on VS Code. Just run the command code and then dots, hit enter. So right now we have our application. We have our application coming live on VS Code, and right now it's live on VS Code. So over here, just simply say yes, I trust the authors. Hit enter. Just yeah, that's it, and then open it. So all the first thing we have to just clean up this application quickly. So right now I'm gonna let's open the terminal, new terminal. So right now, I'm going to use my command prompt. Click on this drop down command prompt. So right now, just say npm run dev. Npm run dev. That's the command. So to start up our React terminal, so it's enter. The command is npm run dev. So currently, just hold down your control key and then click on this link. So it's going to open it on a new tab in your browser. So now let's wait for it to come up. So right now you can see now we have our React projects running successfully. But right now we want to convert this page to something like this. Understand? So this is the default landing page. Once convert this page you see here to this. So now let's go start working on that. So we are going to do some cleanup. A quick one. So go down to your source folder. So I'm going to delete the file called app.css. Delete it. We don't need it. Delete it. Yeah, move to recycle bin. It's gone. So we're also going to delete the assets folder. We don't need it. Delete. It's gone. So back to so we have this app.gxs file. This app.gxs. Open it. So we don't want the contents of this file anymore. So let's clear it out. So Control A, yeah, it's done. So right now we're going to use a React snippet to generate our boilerplate components code. And the snippet is RAFCE. Yeah, so right now I just made a boilerplate code for our app component. So you may be wondering, how do you come about the React snippet? It's simple. Go down to your extension panel on the left on your VS Code, click on the extension panel, and once you're there, search for EX7. Look up EX7. I think it's the first suggestion. Let's see the other one. Okay, yeah, this one, EX7. Look up EX7 plus. So the snippet is called EX7 plus React Redux React Native snippet. So once you have this snippet installed, you can simply use the RAFCE snippets to generate your boilerplate code like this quickly. So we have this, I'm going to just say hello world. So we've got that there. So over to our index of CSS, we don't need what we have here. I don't think we need it. Okay, let's just clear it off. It's gone. We don't need those stuff. We are building everything. We are starting from scratch. So you go down to your browser, click back here. You can see now we've lost our styles. We only have this hello world message on the screen, right? So now we're making progress. So I told you before, we are also using Tailwind CSS. So it's time for us to go configure Tailwind CSS. Okay, so right now let's configure Tailwind to the browser. It's simple. Yeah, to our browser now. Just search for Tailwind CSS. It's enter. Okay, so we're here. So click on the first link. So right now we are on Tailwind official document. We are on right now on Tailwind's official website. You get so click on get started, click on the button get started. Understand? So okay, and then just scroll down a bit. Over here, click on framework guides. Let me make this bigger, sorry. Over here, click on framework guides. And we're going to select Vit. Let's select Vit. Yeah, so right now we are going to skip this first two parts because we already did this by creating our React project. So we are going to start with this second part, and then we have to install the Tailwind CSS. Just copy this line, copy it, and then back to your terminal. So I'm going to just open a new terminal for our commands. Let's just say, so I think this, give me some time. Ouch, I made a mistake. I'm going to open two new terminal. One is to run our server. The other is to install dependencies. So I'm going to say npm run dev. Now let's just say, right now, pasting the command you copied from Tailwind. So yeah, we hit enter. So while it is installing, let's go get the other command. So we're going to copy this other one, the Tailwind CSS init, copy it. So let's wait for this one to install. So right now the command is done installing. So let's run the other command. So it's enter. So it's done. So back to Tailwind website. So okay now, so we have a file called tailwind.config.js. If we check our code now, open the sidebar, you can see we have this file called tailwind.config.js. So I'll simply copy the code, the entire code we have here, copy it, and then I will paste it, and then I will paste it into this file. Just Ctrl A and Ctrl V. So we've pasted it there, that's fine. So right now, over to your index.css, copy this, copy everything you have here, back to your index.css, pasting this code. Yep, so we've got this now, and what's the last thing for us to do? So let's run our server one more time. So let's run the server again. Just break the server, say yes, and then make sure you run your server. If you don't run the server, the Tailwind styles won't apply. You say npm run dev, hit enter. Okay, come on. Okay, it's up to the browser. If we go back here, refresh this page. You can see now the Tailwind style has already applied. That's perfect, right? Good. Okay, so right now we've got this now. Tailwind is applied, perfect, right? But we are going to add some more styles, some more custom styles by ourselves. So I'll explain to you later. So I'm going to paste in these styles. Yep, so here they are. So we have some, what's it called? We just added some of our own custom styles like this max container, which we use later on our components. So we have some of this flex center. So instead of having to always type out flex, justify center, item center, with this class called flex center, we can easily get these three classes with this class up here. The same thing applies to flex starts, the same thing applies to active. So over here, we just add to avoid having to write the same line of code several times. With just this class name on top, we can simply point down to this classes of code we mentioned there. It's just a way to avoid repetition. It's a way to avoid having to write the same thing over and over again, right? So that's what it does here. So yeah, you can see we have right now we give our HTML a smooth scroll. Right now the body is set to this background. And over here we have our font. So we are going to use the Ubuntu font. So I'll copy this. It should be on top. It should be at the very top. That's where it's meant to be. So right now all our text, all our fonts is going to simply be Ubuntu, right? So it's going to be Ubuntu. So that's how it says. So that's what we've done so far. So back to the browser, you can see this, the font has applied. So yeah, so we've done right now. We've gotten Tailwind installed. We've gotten Tailwind configured. Right. So over to our page now. We are going to use components from ShadCN UI. For example, this switch icon you see here is from ShadCN, right? So also this pagination, this over here, this is from ShadCN, and we also have some other components we got from ShadCN UI. So I'm going to show you how to configure ShadCN. So we're going to work on that now. So right now it's time for us to configure ShadCN UI. You might be asking me why ShadCN? ShadCN components are much more modern in extent, and the component supports the dark mode and the light mode feature we have here. And it supports it, right? So it adapts to light mode, it adapts to dark mode. So the components are modern and they are just the best, right? So I'm going to show you how to configure it right now. Go down to the browser and search for ShadCN UI. So here's a link, the first link, click on it. So we're here now. So once you're here, so up here, okay, first thing first, click on docs. Click on docs now. So click on, you can, right now I recommend you read this introduction. It's going to give you a little insight to how ShadCN works, right? Just read this introductory page. Just read it. I recommend you read it. So right now, click on installation on the left navigation. Click on installation. So we are going to go with Vite. So click Vite. So right now we've done this. We already made our Vite project. So we already have Tailwind configured. So we are going to skip all these parts. So here we are. So we're here now. So right now we are asked to create two files, tsconfig.json and tsconfig.app.json. So this TS stands for TypeScript. It stands for TypeScript, and we are currently using JavaScript and React. So what are we going to do? Back to our code now. We are going to create the file. The first one is tsconfig. So instead of using TS, this time we're going to use JS, right? So because we are using JavaScript, right? So create a new file. I'm going to say jsconfig.json. It's enter, right? So just simply copy. Okay, here's a line. Just copy this session. Copy it. Oh, let's copy everything. And I'll show you the parts you need to remove. So paste it here. So from this parts upwards, remove it. We only need this parts. Yeah, that's what we need. So now we're going to create another file called tsconfig.app.json. Right now, remember, it's going to be called JS. That's because we're on JavaScript. I'm going to create a new file. It's going to be called jsconfig.app.json. So I'll copy the contents of this file, copy it, and then we'll paste it here. They're meant to have the same content. And once this is done, yep, so we've done that already. So, okay, we said add the following code to your tsconfig.app.json. Just copy what you have here, copy everything, and then go back to your jsconfig.app.json. Yep, I'm pasting the code. Yep, so we've done that. So yes, here we are. Here we are. So we need to add. So we need to before now. Let's simply run this command npm id. Just follow me. Okay, we are my terminal. Where are you guys? Oh, they are here. Let's continue. I'll just run this command. Run it. It's enter. While it is running, we have to simply the service should update our vite.config.cs file. And I think we have the file, it's called vite.config.js. That's because we are currently on JavaScript and not TypeScript. So we just copy this block, copy it. It's quite, I don't know, ShadCN is quite complex to configure. but I think it's worth it. They have the best components currently. Beautiful components, beautiful. Check them out, super beautiful. So right now we've already done this, right? So once we've done this now, the next thing now is to install ShadCN itself. So copy this, use npm, and right now let's install ShadCN. So paste this line, hit enter, and let's hope everything goes well. Okay, it's going. So right now we are going to use. So right now we are going to pick zinc. So it's asking us which color would you like to use as a base color. Let's use zinc. I think zinc is what. Yeah, let's go with from the page here. You can see they said zinc. All right, let's go with zinc. Use the arrow keys, hit enter. So would you like to use CSS variables for theming? Just say yes, pick the default values most times. Say yes. So right now it is installing the dependencies. Let's wait for it to configure. Okay, right now, we already have ShadCN completely configured. You can still say success, project initialization completed. You may now add components. That's perfect. That's good. So right now, let's see how we can add a component. So now we're going to use the ShadCN button. So let's want to simply add a ShadCN button to try this out. Before you can use the button, you must simply install the button. You must add it. See, you can see here's a sample. Just copy this. Copy, just npm, back to your code. Just run the shard. Yeah, hit enter. Let it install. While it is installing, you're gonna just pick up the button. Just copy the button. Go down to your. Let's go down to our app components. Paste the button here. Right. So you also need to import the button. So we have the import statement here. Copy it, and just on top of the page. So always remove this import React because we don't need it. Always remove it. So yeah, we have got our import button up there. Yeah, our button has been installed, and we check closely in the source folder. We have a folder called components, and this component is holding the styles for our button, for the ShadCN button. Here are the styles. You can always come here to do some changes. If you know Tailwind CSS, you can come here to configure your button to your taste. But I think the default style is good enough. You don't need to touch it. The default style is good enough. Understand? So we've got our button here. You can also style the button directly. You can style the button here by saying class name. You can style it directly from here. So back to our page now. Let's see if we've got the button. Our button is not. Yeah, here's the button. You can see this. You can see the field. I can change the background to blue. Just come over here and say class name. Remember, ShadCN supports Tailwind CSS. I'll just say BG. Or let me just say BG Blue. BG Blue 800. Back here. Right now you can see it's blue, right? So we are going to use ShadCN component. So right now, I think we have to stop here for episode 1. I introduced the application to you. We've configured our project to support Tailwind, to support ShadCN. So I think we've made some progress. The source code is in the video's description. So in the next episode, we'll start building up our components. So see you there.